and how are you? It is Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you don't got the Monday blues. I hope it's still a really good day for you. Welcome back to this channel. Today, we are only getting to the bottom of the smear campaign. I am going to be going on a deep dive to figure out exactly what this smear campaign was, if it's untraceable, what we can figure out about it, and just see all the way back to the beginning, which is the casting of the film, and just see exactly what happened in August. And I just want to figure out some things, So today is all going to be about the untraceable smear campaign from the retaliation against Blake Lively, apparently, of the film of It Ends With Us, of reporting SH in phase 1. That's what we're here for. I'm going to go all the way back, and I'm doing this live now, so I don't even know what I'll be able to find or what's going to come up, but I am going to go for it, okay? So if you're ready, I'm ready. Grab your emotional support gauze. Let's see where this journey takes us, okay? You are in frame with Mandy Magnan. Now, why I really wanted to go on this deep dive is as I've been researching and going on deep dives about Miss Blake Lively, I came to a few surprising things. Like, we all knew that she wanted to turn It Ends With Us into her own Barbie spectacle, and that is because she was pushing really hard, allegedly, to be Barbie in the Barbie movie. Not only that, but allegedly went as far to have her team, including her husband, mock up like a draft script of her own Barbie movie that she was shopping at the same time as Barbie was actually in pre-production. And there was like some really big like head-on collisions between what Blake Lively's team was trying to do to undermine and take over the Barbie franchise while Barbie was in pre-production and being made. On top of that, she's also used her authorship to do this on many films, this whole takeover, rewrite, change. It's happened to a few people now. Julianne Moore, Meryl Streep, and a few others. Allegedly. I'm still digging up a lot of dirt and information, but I've stumbled on some very shocking things, and I don't know how it remained like so undercover and hidden for so long. Regardless, when it comes to the smear campaign, what I found very interesting is in February, Reddit came out with an official post about this whole SEO manipulation and about this whole smear campaign on Reddit. And they had this to say. A Reddit spokesperson said the landscape and tooling to combat manipulation on the platform has evolved since 2018. They said Reddit looks to widespread patterns of behavior versus individual upvotes and downvotes on posts, and the platform found no signs of scaled manipulation related to Lively and Baldoni. We also take action against anyone who claims or advertises that they manipulate Reddit, the spokesperson said. They said that there were some downvotes in the communities I flagged coming from suspicious users, but that Reddit's automated systems discarded those votes. So they've come out themselves and have said that there was no scaled manipulation when it came to Lively or Baldoni. So why is this continuing? Let's go all the way back to the casting. Casting for the film was announced worldwide everywhere around January of 2023. The entire beginning of 2023 was really just about the castings. That's when they announced Blake and Justin. Blake signed on in December of 2022, and also, Brandon Sklenar, and everything was kind of announced in early 2023 during the pre-production. May 8th was supposed to be the first day of shooting with Blake Lively, but she postponed the first day of shooting due to an illness in her family. But even before May 8th of shooting, on April 23rd, Ryan Reynolds had already attacked and severely intimidated Justin Baldoni. He says that he attacked him and was like screaming and yelling at him for fat shaming his wife because of the whole ordeal with the trainer and asking the personal trainer how much Blake Lively weighs. Now, I really wanted to know what everyone's response was when the first casting was announced back in January of 2023. So I went back to Colleen Hoovers, who's the author of It Ends With Never! It Ends With Us, who sold the rights to the book to Justin Baldoni and Wayfair. And this is just a few of the comments, but people already, when the announcement was made for the main cast, were not happy. I mean, these are just some of the nicest comments, but yeah, like, this is, I'm sorry, this cast is not it. As your fans, please don't do this to us. And just a few more like, nah, I think you should have gone with the out of the box with somebody else. And then another user wrote, congratulations for the movie. I can't wait to see it. But the cast, really, that was really not quite what I had expected. And another comment saying, these are amazing actors, but they don't really fit what people had in mind while they were reading the book. A lot of the fans have been disappointed with the cast, and I think this is such an amazing book. It doesn't need well-known actors to make it stand out, in my personal opinion. Upcoming actors like Abigail Cohen, Theo James, and Sadie should be promoted for the role. Please listen to the fans when it comes to casting, or take their opinions into consideration as well. Another thing I've heard is a lot of the ages of the actors that are playing these roles, when in the book they were young adults, so the characters of the fans suggested fit the description more. So people are ready. This is just on the casting announcement. We're not feeling the actors. And then I went into Reddit only from January 2023, when the movie was cast, to see what was the vibe, you know? Were people feeling it? Did this smear campaign really start in August of 2024 at the film review? Like, what was the vibe the whole time, right? So this is right when the movie was blasted to come out. Casting was like, hey, the adaptation of the movie, of the book, is coming out. Blake Lively is to star in it. It ends with us. There was already people. This is just right at the beginning. This is like, they're not even on set yet. And look what people were calling. I feel like this is going to be a cursed movie, LOL. I love Blake, but I think this is bad casting. They are both too old. I kind of thought this was Sadie Sink's role to lose, but to be honest, I think the role is a bit beneath her. Then someone wrote, there is going to be drama from start to finish. I can't wait. People are like, I didn't really imagine her as the star while reading this book, but okay. I feel like Blake Lively was a stunt casting decision. And then someone said, I'm kind of fascinated by how many people are like, Blake, no, about this on Twitter. So already it was happening. As casting was coming out, you can see the internet buzz on it was not feeling the cast choices for this movie. So there, I mean, people are commenting like, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni seem like a really weird pair. Not even sure why. It just doesn't fit for me. Yeah. Ugh. Blake Lively employed again. Ryan must have given her the go-ahead. There were even whole Reddit groups. This is in pre-production. This is when casting was first announced. Whole Reddit forums talking about who else is disappointed in the casting of Lily and Ryle. It seems like people were really disappointed in the casting altogether, and that goes for Justin Baldoni. Some people were like, why is he playing Ryle? Other people were loving that Justin Baldoni played Ryle. And again, a lot of people were very confused about Blake Lively's casting for many, many, many reasons. And then some people were like, you know, I didn't really see Blake as Lily, but, you know, maybe she can do it. But what really happened is the whole sentiment, from what I found in pre-production, just as casting was released, that people did not like this. They saw that they put Blake Lively on just to get a name grab and just to put a Hollywood star on the movie. That's what the sentiment is online back in January of 2023. After reading all of those subreddits on Reddit and all of those forums and stuff, seeing how the reaction was, I've pulled up the It Ends With Us movie official Instagram, and I want to go just down to the very, very, very beginning and see what the sentiment was on Instagram now of the casting. So here we go. It's also interesting to just keep in mind that Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of completely changing the way they went about like marketing the film, and how he was using real victims and real survivors to like make himself look better and Blake look bad. So keep an eye out for that. But here we go, all the way down to the very beginning when the casting was made, the announcement was made. Let's see what these comments are like. To me, what's so strange is like they never stopped promoting Blake Lively and Colleen Hoover throughout the entire thing. I mean, you have her here with the man abuser, Jenny Slate, who likes to beat her boyfriends. And it all seems to align perfectly. I mean, I don't see anything strange or anything belittling to Blake, but still going all the way down to the bottom here. This is the very beginning, so let's see this Deadline article and what the comments have to say, if people were vibing with it or not. We knew this was a bad decision. Okay, love it. Blake is perfect for the role. They should have picked an actress that could actually act. Let's go all the way to the bottom of the comments. So all the way even that long ago, kindly change the cast. It's a humble request. Please keep a cast that matches the book. Gossip Girl, LOL. Ugh, watching the movie with this cast might ruin the book for me. No, the worst casting. Please change the cast. Why? Wait, no, she has to have red hair like me. I mean, Lily. Yeah, okay, so that's the first one. It's a no for me. Then we have the cast this is the post just with Lily Bloom, Miss Blake Lively. Let's see what people had to say. I want to go kind of to the bottom because I don't want the, comments from people. Since the lawsuits have been dropped. Because, Blake is suggesting that the smear campaign is still going on. I want to get to the where it started, okay? Because it feels like even in pre-production, I guess, there was a smear campaign, if that's what we're talking about here. All the way back, it's saying, are you kidding me? The name is Lily Bloom. I'm sorry, I just started to read and I can't stop my laughter. OMG, she is not Lily. Lily has red hair. Bruh, Lily should look innocent and this girl don't look like. Doesn't she have red hair? I love Blake, but not as Lily. This is not my Lily. So we're starting to get the point, right? And this is just as casting was coming out. They haven't even been on set yet. And just to show you, it happened with Justin too. This video isn't going to be completely biased against Blake Lively, but even on Justin's, the internet is a savage and brutal place, guys, sometimes, most of the time. Some people were like, perfect, he's such a great actor for the role. And then other people were like, what is this? This is not Ryle. I think I'm good with the book. Cast not approved at all. Not going to watch. Y'all need to go back on strike, etc., etc., etc. We get it. Although I loved Justin Baldoni as Ryle because he can play that charming, nice, sophisticated man, but then also have a dark side. And we've seen that a lot in a lot of the characters that he has played in the past. Okay, so what do we know now? We know now that people were not feeling the casting as soon as the casting was noticed, all the way back from January of 2023. So when that could also be considered, couldn't it, like part of the smear campaign because she's getting hate and it was very organic. But now let's talk about when some things started to come out on the movie and they were on set, and this happened May of 2023. So we were just talking about January and February. Now we're on set of the movie and this is May of 2023. Let's see what some of those headlines were about Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni in It Ends With Us. A lot of the articles coming out had like first photo, see the first photos of Blake Lively seen on the set of It Ends With Us. Here we go. And then it does say photos of Blake Lively on set of the upcoming film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel It Ends With Us have surfaced. Lively will play the blah blah blah. She'll play Lily Bloom. The book touches largely on domestic violence, which Blake forgot about, which Hoover has previously said was inspired by her mother's own escape from an abusive relationship. Lively was seen in character on set in New York. Fans of the viral book talk sensation took to TikTok to share their reactions of the photos. The fandom has closely followed casting updates for the film adaptation. So even just seeing first looks of Blake Lively, even though media was trying to praise her, the internet was not. Like, for example, this ET article that is praising Blake Lively for her transformation into Lily Bloom by dyeing her hair. Yeah, that's what it takes. And maybe that's where it went wrong, because the main media and all of the Hollywood sources like ET and all of these places and Variety and you know, they praised her and praised her and praised her, and yet maybe social media users were ignored. So then when the movie came out and TikTok and everything and Reddit and X and YouTube all started going off about Miss Blake Lively, she had her blinders on because E.T. and all of these other celebrity, huge media journalists were coming out and praising her for only dyeing her hair. The actress is dramatically changing up her look in her new project. Joining for a fiery new look, Blake Lively was spotted rocking a whole new do for the set on the set of It Ends With Us. Lively is going ginger for the new part, ditching her famous long blonde locks to become a redhead for the role. Waiting around between shots on set in New Jersey, Lively was seen wearing a long brown dress which was paired with penny loafers and high socks. Maybe she should have spent more time on character development versus hair color. Unless Blake Lively is able to admit that the smear campaign happened even in casting, even at first looks, then what? Because then this was also part of it, right? But even as first looks came out, fans were not happy, and even Business Insider wrote an article. Photos of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni on the set of It Ends With Us are causing a storm on TikTok, with fans questioning whether the filmmakers even read the book. The article goes on to say the first photos from the set of It Ends With Us have surfaced, and the fans on social media aren't exactly impressed. On TikTok, where the book is a long-standing favorite, has gained a massive following among younger audiences. Some users are sharing disappointing reactions to the photos from the movie set, and specifically the casting of Baldoni and Lively. Let's just watch a couple of TikToks that were made when first looks of It Ends With Us happened and were out.
Justin Baldoni on the set of It Ends With Us. And I think most of us were already not thrilled with this casting, but this is kind of confirming the fears, I feel like. And let me just say that I love Blake Lively. I love her so much, but this is not Lily Bloom. This is not Lily Bloom. This is just not at all what the book was giving, and you know, maybe we just need to trust the process, but I kind of just hate that they decided to cast so much older than what the characters in the book were, because this is just not at all how I would picture Lily and Ryle. I don't know, we will see, but so far this is not looking that promising.
Whoever is in charge of making this movie has not read the book. This is not Lily. I don't know who it is, but it's not Lily. Photos are emerging of Blake Lively filming It Ends With Us, and I'm just at a loss for words. Like, we already were questioning what the movie was going to be like with the casting, but then, like me, I held my breath. I said, maybe they're going to knock it out of the park. Maybe they're going to take our breath away. And then these photos come out. And Blake's a great actress, but Lily is supposed to be a young, fresh girl starting her life in Boston. The wig, the outfit, none of this is reading a young girl in her 20s starting life in the big city.
Knowing what you know now about the way Blake Lively is able to handle criticism and take feedback, what is more plausible? That Justin Baldoni was in her trailer crying for hours and hours and hours withholding set, or that he was in her trailer talking to her about the backlash that he received from Sony because of all of these internet and book talks and TikTokers and Reddit columns and all of the backlash they were getting from the first looks and talking about the wardrobe. Like, it was already happening. During casting, there was a smear campaign, right? During casting, there was backlash. During first looks, there was a major backlash. It has been happening since they announced who was leading in the movie. It never stopped. It never started in August. It started in January of 2023 when Blake Lively was announced to play Lily Bloom. But let's just fast forward now and let's get to August of 2024 when the film came out. Let's see what was buzzing then. I want to go back to Instagram on It Ends With Us and see what was happening in August, if things changed, if, you know, they were somehow undermining or insulting, or what was going on here with Miss Blake Lively that she thought that Justin went his way and she was following the marketing plan. Let's just see, because right now it does still look like a lot of Colleen Hoover. It looks like a lot of Blake Lively. And then let's not forget about this ridiculous ad.
Okay. Oh, God. This is cool. It's not every day the husband gets to interview his wife's love interest in a film. It's kind of crazy.
I don't remember seeing this on the
Let's
schedule.
dive in, shall we? So I saw you posing in a photo with Mrs. Reynolds, and I'm sorry, what do you call her? Do you guys have a nickname or something? Okay, no, just so it's Mrs. Okay.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't watch that again. It's so disgusting and distasteful. But they had that little thing. What do we have here? Wow. Look at Blake just promoting Betty Buzz and Betty Booze on the It Ends With Us. This was August 4th. Yep, just promoting some alcohol for It Ends With Us. No big deal. Come get drunk and then go beat your partner. I'm sure Jenny Slate was okay with this because that's what she likes to do. I mean, it just seems very normal. This was August 6th. This was... Oops, she did it again. Blake Lively makes her appearance at the It Ends With Us world premiere. Of course. Oops, she did it again. Has to bring up Britney Spears. People weren't vibing with it. People were not liking this. Let's see what they had to say on this post. So again, this was August 6th. I just want to go down all the way and get some of the earlier comments. I think the comments are limited because you just see all mostly good ones. I mean, there's a couple that still snuck in there, but... And then you have, of course, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds taking over because they weren't happy enough that their movie Deadpool and Wolverine were in the theaters. They had to come and take over Justin Baldoni's movie. So why they're all over the It Ends With Us social media is weird, bonkers to me. This is definitely maximum effort. And the comments say it. Like, look at this one. WTF are you even doing here? Yeah. What is this? I thought the original vision for the making of the movie was to raise awareness about DV. Let's go all the way down to the bottom and see. And now we're on August 7th here. Let's hijack someone else's film. Where's Justin? Justin Baldoni being the only one who's actually advocating for DV. A lot of people resonating the exact same thing. Where is Justin? Where is Justin? Where is Justin? Makes no sense. This movie is about DV, helps so many people, and this is how you market it. Tone deaf to say the least. So people really just weren't vibing with, of course, the marketing of the movie.
I feel so grateful that I was able to be a part of helping to bring this book to the big screen. And that would not have happened if it were not for all the fans. And my hope is that the fans of the book and the audience can feel the love that was put in by hundreds and hundreds of people over the last 5 years to help bring this book to life.
Okay, so that's how Justin is talking about the movie. Let's go up to another post. Oh, right after this, we have Girl Talk with Blake.
Welcome to my apartment. We're in my living room, my real life living room. I'm Blake Lively.
I'm Jenny Slate.
I'm Colleen Hoover. And I'm Isabella Ferrer.
And we are all in the movie It Ends With Us.
Pause 1 second. Is her description in the movie? And now this is on August 8th. Okay. The shoes, the shiny butt. Why is that the butt? Becoming friends with @Jenny Slate and all these women, Colleen Hoover, Isabel Ferrer, is the best thing to come out of It Ends With Us movie for me. And that's saying a lot because I couldn't be more proud of this film. I'm going to be sad when marketing is over and I don't have an excuse to sit on my couch dressed up with you ladies playing whatever, XOXO cookie face. Why are you talking about butts and shiny shoes and what?
I have some prompts for questions. If we could quit our jobs, what would we like to do?
I have like a little horse girl in me that like really wants to just like ride horses all the time.
I'm so scared of horses.
Really?
It's like the long face.
It's
is
the long
hard,
face.
and the shoes.
So how do you...
Why are those the feet? That is crazy.
The hooves?
Yeah, and then their butt is like that, is like shiny, kills me. Ponytail out of the butt, it's crazy.
It's over it already, because what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Anyway, as you can see on Instagram, it just continues promoting the movie. However, Blake chooses to promote the movie.
Hello, Blake Lively here. Colleen Hoover. And It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
I want to see you again.
So that was the one that got everyone like, what? Grab your friends. This is on August 9th. This is now playing in theaters the day. Let's look at some of the comments if we can go all the way back, if they are not, limited. But right away, tone deaf. I want to get all the way to the beginning. Yeah, it's not looking good all the way back then, On the official channel is wild. Wear your florals. She never outgrew her teenage drama queen role. Tone deaf, tone deaf, tone deaf. I mean, it just, right from the beginning, is this a rom-com or something? Not good. All the way, not good. Okay? Not good. But It Ends With Us movie, as well as Justin Baldoni, as well as Colleen Hoover, they just kept promoting the film. Here's another post from Justin Baldoni.
Everyone, Justin Baldoni here, and I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much to all of you who have supported us from the very beginning, from when we optioned the book and announced it, to now. This has been a passion project and something that has been so near and dear to my heart and so many. And it wouldn't happen without you, without your love, without your support, without you being such huge fans of the book and caring so much about Lily and her story. So without you, I wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here, and this movie wouldn't be coming out. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
So if that's what she means by him promoting it differently, that's kind of strange. I mean, to say thank you, but you see it here, and then they start using all of these quotes from people who saw the movie. I really just don't see it here how, there's a smear campaign other than people openly commenting about how they feel about the marketing. I quickly went over here now to Justin Baldoni's Instagram to see if there's something here that could even directly or indirectly be an attack on Blake or promoting the movie differently. Here we are.
I was told I had to watch this one.
If you see this video, I am a huge fan of you.
Oh.
Your movies are so inspiring.
If everyone can tag Justin Baldoni to this video, it would mean the world to me.
I have been trying to reach out to you for the longest. I have everything of you.
A couple days ago, I received a message from Justin, and he told me he's been following my journey. He would like for me and my husband to be his guest. I cannot wait to meet him in person.
This woman is a fighter.
For reasons on the YT, that whole video of sound might be taken out or down by the time I get to editing and uploading it. But yeah, wow, what a smear. Let's see what else we have from It Ends With Us.
I want to see you again.
Now you see me.
This is the trailer, and this was posted in October. It says, to every survivor, every supporter, and every Lily Bloom out there, thank you. Your love, your stories, and the thousands of messages have meant more than words can express. This film was made for you, and we hope it resonates in a way that honors the resilience in each of your journeys. It Ends With Us is now available to rent or buy. And then he talks about the No More organization. Let's go back to August. What is this? Oh gosh, so funny. That's in October still. I want to go back here to August and see if there's anything in August that stands out. Here we go. So this is August 20th. This is August 20th. So we're in the month that the smear campaign really took off, We're proud to present a powerful discussion on the critical issues of DV and sexual assault inspired by the feature film It Ends With Us from Wayfarer Studios. Okay, so that's, No More. He did sign with No More. So that was August 20th. Let's see if we can go down to a bit. He's sharing this message that he got from someone. If someone you know is experiencing DV, help is available. And then it says, not sure if you'll ever see this, but I'm leaving 10 years of absolute hell after seeing It Ends With Us. Thank you. It ends with me too. Oh my gosh. Then he had the interview that he did on the Today Show.
What would you say?
And we have the interview that he did on the Today Show. This is when the movie would have came out worldwide to the entire world. Again, the thank you to the fans. Him at the world premiere.
Hi,
and
I'm Justin Baldoni,
let's just be serious here. When even he had Gabby at that premiere of It Ends With Us, they were sat in the basement. Justin was in the basement. Look at this guy at the premiere, knowing full well what Blake and Ryan were doing to him.
It Ends With Us, and we are right now at the global It Ends With Us premiere right here in beautiful New York City. Hi, I'm Justin Baldoni.
Okay, so I don't see anything on Instagram that would tell me that there was a smear campaign going on against Blake Lively. It seems like everything was kind of Gucci on everyone's social media, just promoting the film. But let's see what articles were coming out in August. What we know for sure is Melissa Nathan was hired on August 13th, 2024. So how come on August 8th there is still reports of all of the rifts between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Sources from the People came out and had some things to say. This first one was in the Hollywood Reporter. Did Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni have a rift over It Ends With Us? Sleuthing TikTokers think so. So this was even before Melissa Nathan was hired and Jed Wallace was hired. Weren't they the ones that coordinated the smear machine with the TikTokers and Reddit and stuff? So they're already calling it sleuthing TikTokers. So I'm like, it was already happening before Melissa Nathan even got in the picture, before Jed Wallace even got in the picture. This article goes on to say that rumors began to swirl after Baldoni's notable absence from the film's joint press events, lack of group cast photos at the New York premiere, and the fact that Lively doesn't follow Baldoni on Instagram. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that there was a fracture among the filmmakers in the post-production process, wherein two different cuts of the film emerged. The It Ends With Us sleuthing on TikTok stemmed from Baldoni's notable absence from joint press events, the lack of group photos of Lively and Baldoni together at Tuesday's New York premiere, and the fact that neither Lively, Hoover, nor the rest of the cast follow Baldoni on Instagram. This raised eyebrows, as during the development of the movie, Hoover and Baldoni appeared together on each other Instagrams multiple times. Social media users also began speculating that Lively brought in her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to help take over creative control of the film. This theory was stoked when Lively revealed at the film's premiere, the world premiere, that Reynolds wrote a key rooftop scene towards the beginning of the movie. We help each other. He works on everything I do. I work on everything he does. So he wins, his celebrations are mine, and mine are his, Blake Lively said. The film has a script from Christy Hall. Ugh. This article was on August 14th. This is from TMZ. This one says, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, she felt kissing scene lingered too long. Feels he fat shamed her. Interesting article that came out, because where are they getting this information? A source with direct knowledge tells TMZ. There was a scene in which Justin lifts Blake into the air. According to our sources, Justin has a history of back problems and began lifting Blake. He went to his on-set trainer and asked how much she weighed and how he could train to protect his back from injury. Blake later found out about Justin's comment and felt he fat-shamed her. We're told this comment really bothered Blake, who gave birth to her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds' fourth child in February of 2023. Our sources tell us the second incident that allegedly made Blake uncomfortable on set is when two engaged in a kissing scene and Blake felt he lingered longer than he should have with the kiss. We broke the story. Cast and crew agree there's definitely bad blood between the It Ends With Us co-stars, but sources told us Justin's not the clear-cut villain, as some people who worked on the film are standing by him. So this seems like both sources were talking to TMZ. One source, who I believe to be Leslie Sloan, catch it, she put out to TMZ that Justin fat shamed Blake Lively and that the scene lingered too long. And then at the end, there's a source that said that, yo, hold on. Justin is not the bad guy that everyone's making him out to be. There was this article that was written as well that was about Brendan Sklenar coming out on Instagram in order to, try to whatever, make things better and letting everyone know to focus on not the alleged drama. That is very disheartening. But to, focus on the film and the message of the film, which was really funny coming from Brandon, since he was not doing any of that during the press tour at all himself. So to come out now was kind of strange. And then on August 16th, after almost a week, I guess, of backlash from when the movie first premiered and Blake Lively started doing all grab your florals, I'm in a Britney Spears dress, woo, drink some booze, everyone get drunk. Blake Lively appears to respond to backlash to tone-deaf publicity for It Ends With Us. So everyone knew that the reason why she was being hated on so much was just her tone-deaf backlash. I mean, this is even The Independent saying, finally, she's coming to respond to it, Finally, she addresses the backlash for her publicity of the movie. And this is where she put a very disingenuous, forced Instagram story, not even on her wall, not even on her grid. Okay, a story that gets removed after 24 hours. Yeah. 1 in 4 women aged 18 and older in the US alone have been the victim of severe physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. Intimate partner violence affects all genders, including more than 12 million people every year in the United States. Everyone deserves relationships free from DV. The National DV Hotline provides confidential support. Blah, 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 blah. She posted this after a week of people being like, hey, what are you doing? And it just wasn't good enough, because at that point it was too late. Y'all are already promoting the movie. Blake, you were already promoting the movie all about your shoes, your fashion. You did all of your PR interviews talking about your rings and your fashion and all of the, it was wild. It was bonkers, okay? But then there was articles coming out. Now this is now moving on to August 16th, 3 days after Melissa Nathan was hired. Justin Baldoni felt sidelined by Blake Lively as she stifled creativity on the It Ends With Us set. This has been reported. It just says, a source told Us Weekly there were 2 camps on the film, Team Blake and Team Justin. This creative struggle set the tone for the negative experience behind the scenes and grew into them not speaking anymore. The insider claimed that even though Baldoni 40 was the director of the movie, he still felt hurt and sidelined while Lively made various decisions about the movie, like script and wardrobe changes, often without consulting Justin or his team. Is that what the smear campaign is? Melissa Nathan talking to the publicist saying how Justin felt hurt and sidelined? Well, she's out here saying that he fat shamed and lingered on a kiss. Oh my gosh. It seems like by just looking at the articles that were all published in 2024, no lies were told, number one. It had nothing to do with retaliation. And it was really just about the rift that was caused from the premiere of Blake Lively only posing with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman, and not Justin Baldoni, who was the creator of the film. So, of course, the internet's going to internet and people are going to have things to say. And it seemed like there were sources from both camps talking to the journalists and creating buzz, and that would be Leslie Sloan and Jennifer Abel. Of course, there's going to be, it doesn't make sense that Justin Baldoni's team would tell the media that, oh, he fat shamed her and he lingered on a kiss. That obviously came from Blake's camp, and they were countering that. And still, again, no lies were told, and nothing was degrading or insulting or rude to Blake Lively. I feel like she just couldn't handle the bad PR that she was getting. And the more I go down this tunnel of this smear campaign, the more I could just see it it's so clear. People were really talking about how tone deaf the PR was of the film. What's so wild is I wonder why she's not going after all of these big publications and these journalists, because the internet sleuths and the people reporting on this and was talking about the stories coming out were only doing it because these articles were coming out in big mainstream media. So you read these big articles from Daily Mail, TMZ, Hollywood Reporter, Cosmo, etc., People, Variety, etc., 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 and then you make your videos based off the public information that's already out there. So if she's going to be subpoenaing anyone, shouldn't she be trying to go for the publications that started it and not like the internet sleuths that just report on already known publications? Kind of weird. And then I just wanted to quickly look at Perez back in December of 2024 when, you know, this all came out, because she's saying he's part of the smear campaign. But I remember Perez being against Justin Baldoni at one point, so I'm just trying to find some videos on that too. Now, you can't see it here, but in my browser, separate from what I have on the screen, I have scrolled all the way back through all of the videos 8-9 months ago, okay, to try to find this, because Perez, dang, you make a lot of videos. No one can take your flowers away from you, bro, because dang, you are on it with, I mean, the amount of content that you make about everything and everyone is just like, bravo. First of all, that is must be an overtime full-time job. But I'm specifically trying to find videos in December because Blake Lively claims that Perez Hilton is part of the ongoing smear machine campaign, blah, 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 blah. This is where it started for a little bit. 7 months ago, Perez started posting about the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni It Ends With Us after Blake Lively filed her CRD complaint. And it wasn't on the side of Justin Baldoni, really, okay? You have some interviews here that says interviewer denies involvement in Justin Baldoni smear campaign. Justin Baldoni described his genitalia to Blake Lively. Oh my God, Blake Lively claims Justin Baldoni has traumatized her. Justin Baldoni fired by my own agents. Apologies to Amber Heard. This is everything Justin Baldoni and his team did to Blake Lively. Blake Lively is telling the truth, question mark. Right? So, like, he was doing exactly what we were all doing. Reading the lawsuits, questioning things, giving his own opinion on stuff. I don't see here, like, and it wasn't all at first, you know, pro Baldoni like we see now.
Publicist and firm manager, an expert named Melissa Nathan. Blake Lively subpoenaed thousands of text messages and emails from Justin Baldoni, from this crisis PR expert, from Justin's longtime publicist, and from others on Justin Baldoni's team, and they paint a very clear picture of all the tactics that this PR expert, this crisis manager, engaged in to smear Blake Lively while making Justin Baldoni look good. The text messages especially are damning. And as I shared with you all earlier, Melissa Nathan previously worked with and helped Johnny Depp.
So was the smearing here when he was taking Blake Lively's side and was as stunned as everyone else reading her CRD complaint? Because when did Perez get on board then in Blake Lively's mind to be in the conspiracy? It's a conspiracy of a smear machine. And again, you can just go back and watch all of these videos and know that he was very on the fence, was just taking in the information, and at this point, I believe was more for Blake Lively than Justin Baldoni. So it begs to question, when did Perez join the train, the conspiracy train? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, because he wasn't on Team Justin. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he had questions. He was just giving the information like all of us were. And then why not subpoena all of the publications then that were saying anything about the fat shaming? Who told them about that? About the kisses lingering? About Ryan Reynolds freaking out on Justin Baldoni? Right? About all of those things. Where were those sources coming from? After looking over all of the comments from everyone since the beginning of January of 2023, all the way until the end of August, it is clear, to me at least, that there was no coordinated smear campaign. It was just content creators and it was just publications and journalists doing their job, especially for the content creators who were pulling information from those huge publications and talking about it. Talk to the publications then, because where did they get their information from? But as for a smear campaign, I fully believe 100% that it was completely organic. It was from fans who were in love and were like almost like a cult, like fascinated, like cult-like mindset around It Ends With Us. They held it so preciously. So of course, when Blake came out selling alcohol and her hair care line, there was problems, there was issues, and even major publications noted the backlash was coming from the tone-deaf marketing from Maximum Effort. So it's about time now, if you're looking at all of the history of how people even felt during the casting process, all the way up until the horrendous Maximum Effort PR marketing that took place, it is so clear that there was no orchestrated smear campaign with content creators. They are just reporting on what they were seeing and what was being reported from huge publications. That's how I feel. Anyway, that's everything I found today on the smear campaign. I mean, I can keep going and going and going, but I just kind of wanted to do a deep dive for myself and figure out where exactly does she think that this started? Because even in August, there was already journalists and publications coming out about the rift between her and Justin long before he even hired Melissa Nathan and long before Jed Wallace even got on board. So it doesn't make sense. None of it's adding up. And it's about time, Blake and Ryan, you take some accountability. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having the best day. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.